Hey guys, there's a few really relevant and important things I want to talk about in this video that are pretty significant and will probably affect you directly. Also, I apologize for the construction mess. We're almost done. We're about halfway through, so I guess that's almost. But I'm doing most of the work myself, so it's taken a while. I'm really enjoying it, but it'll be cleaner next time on the video.
How can you say that the economy is strong when it's fueled by government debt to the tune of $2 trillion a year deficits? That's not strength. That's an illusion.
What I want to talk about is I'm taking a part out of a David Lin interview I saw the other day with Frank Giustra. He's a wonderful Canadian. He started a lot of the gold mining companies that we're invested in. And I'm taking out one part because he said what's going on with gold prices right now with the mining stocks. So I'm going to try and get that and put that in this video. By the way, I'll put a link to the entire David Lin Report interview with Frank Giustra at the end of this video and in the description below. I strongly recommend that you watch the entire interview. It is one of the best interviews I have seen, and I watch a lot of them. One of the things a lot of you have been asking about is why is silver not doing really well when gold is making all-time new highs? And this is an opportunity because of there's a silver deficit every year. The world produces, from all the mines, produces about 825 million ounces. But as a planet, we're expected to be using up to about 1.2 billion ounces of silver. And you might say, what about all the reclaimed silver or scrap silver that we use, recycled? That'll come out to about a total 180 million ounces. So you've still got a deficit of several hundred millions of ounces of silver every year. And that is going to reflect in prices, and prices specifically of silver mining companies, like a few of the ones that we told you about in the Peter Leeds newsletter.
So when you say that the US dollar strength has been consistent for the last few years, yeah, because US jacked up its interest rates to 5% and has led the world in terms of interest rate hikes, and that attracts investment like treasury bills investments, and that's all fine. But you have to measure, the only true measure of currencies is a currency measured against gold.
Silver will have its day, just as I told you that gold would have its day when people didn't believe me anymore because it was taking so long and I've been saying it for so long. And now here we are. And I'm telling you other things that are going to happen next, such as silver prices will catch up. They'll start performing more like gold, but not yet, not very soon, but it will happen. And there's going to be a massive boomerang trade or benefit profit coming from silver mining companies. The only thing you got to put into it is a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of money, and a whole ton of patience.
I don't believe that the US economy is as strong as they would like to have you believe. And you just got to look at their fiscal situation. It's very problematic. Those are very big numbers.
And here's a screen grab from Silver Institute. It's a chart of the top 20 countries for silver production. Starts with Mexico, China, Peru, Poland, and Chile. And the United States of America is number 9.
Hey, listen, I'll give you two other statistics. Since the turn of the century, since 2001, gold has outperformed stocks and bonds. Since 1971 to the present, gold has outperformed. Gold has gone up 5,700%. The Dow Jones has gone up 4,500%.
And we hit an all-time record again with gold. And a big part of it is that there's trading windows. In any stock, any commodity, there's about 80% of the gains and about 20% of the time. And that's exactly what just happened with gold. Last I looked, it was at $2,166. Do you remember not that long ago when people are saying, oh, is it going to be able to break through 2,000 or we're going to reach 2,000 and it was a big deal? That was like weeks ago. Now gold is just simply not looking back. It's gone up about $166 an ounce in a month. Here's a 1-month chart. Here's a 1-year chart, 6-month chart, 3-month chart. And every look you take about the trading activity of gold is just showing you that it is continually increasing in price.
And again, I'm going to say to you, it doesn't matter what you're rooting for. The question is, should you be putting your money into something that will protect you in the event of an unraveling? Well, that's the question.
And I always warn you about things that are going to come next. And one of the things I've been talking about that is taking much longer than I expected was for home prices to decline. But now we're starting to get some indications that what I've been saying is coming this whole time is finally here. I was right in Canada. I said, do not get into real estate in Canada, and it came down pretty significantly now. But United States of America is what we're talking about here. And if you take a look at the Case-Shiller Home Price Index, or chart of the single-family home prices, these are from Trading Economics, you'll see that we're just starting to crest at the top before, in my opinion, what we're going to do is come down pretty significantly in real estate prices. I'm also looking around at the world, and there's so many red herrings or wild cards in the mix that are so significant, including especially war.
This is a very different gold rally. It's happening without any explanation, and it's not about what Powell said the other day or about interest rates. It's not about the dollar. There's something going on that's very profound, and I don't have the answer. I can speculate, and there could be a whole bunch of reasons, but this rally is extremely different. And I've been watching gold my entire adult life, and what's happened this last week is unexplainable.
But inflation's even showing signs of bouncing back again, as it's going to do, as I told you. But always look at it from the perspective of the entire world. There's countries all over the world that are having problems with inflation. They're having incredible problems paying back US dollar denominated debts, as long as the US dollar is so strong. Speaking of which, I'd say too that that is also what's going to come down next. The US dollar, we're going to have a dollar crisis. There's no way around it if you think about the setup that we're in, where there's all these debts that have to be repaid, and we just keep building them and building them and building them. No one is talking about what's going to happen, except for me for the last 10 years.
It's very different than every other rally that I've ever seen. And it's happening almost at an uninterrupted pace, marching its way forward, a couple $100 an ounce, and no one can explain it. And my guess is we'll find out down the road what happened. But I'm certain it involves geopolitical players.